Good evening, Mr. Chairman, committee members. Thank you for making this accommodation, and thank you for the opportunity tonight. I'm here today, all day, to present testimony in opposition to this bill for a number of reasons. On behalf of the thousands of gun owners in Frederick County and also the 230,000 residents of Frederick County who are responsible for upholding their constitutional rights. I think this bill in itself, on the face, does a lot to infringe on their Second Amendment rights, and also is an assault on their rights in many ways. This bill, if you look at it on the surface also, if you look really closely, I think you're going to see it's in direct conflict with the Declaration of Rights of the State of Maryland if you look at Articles 2, Article 28, and Article 44. Another constitutional issue that I think could be very arguable, when you look at the bill down the line, in effect what it does, it bans future ownership, potentially. It only allows you with certain limitations to pass on or hand down a firearm to family members. I think that effectively constitutes a taking or a seizure of your personal property under both the Fifth and the Fourth Amendments of the Constitution. So I think you should really look closely at that. What this bill does, it bans certain types of firearms strictly on the cosmetic or the appearance of the gun, all in response to emotional and politicized misinformation out there. It mandates expensive training for current legal gun owners, knowing full well that no one has access to this training. It's just not out there. It's not available. It criminalizes the currently legal regulated firearms owners who are otherwise law-abiding citizens. And what this bill is going to do is create a tremendous burden on law enforcement, which is already overburdened, understaffed. Senator, you made a comment about the state police doing more and more out of the barrack. I'm here to tell you they don't have the manpower to do that, at least not in Frederick County. What this bill won't do certainly will not keep these firearms out of the hands of criminals intent on doing harm or committing violent crimes. It's proven that gun laws just don't do that. Certainly will not deter acts of violence, and it really doesn't do anything to promote the personal protection rights of citizens. What I'm finding right now is when I'm talking with my citizens in Frederick County, this bill has done nothing but created fear, emotion. There's now a panic that we can't get these guns, we can't have these guns. You can't find a bullet in Frederick County. And that's all because, a lot because of this bill, a lot because of federal law. I think there are some, let me mention this. There are currently in 2012, a total of 69,600 applications for regulated firearm purchases. That's a 66% increase over 2011. Why? It's driven by this panic and hysteria. I think there are some effective measures that can be taken. Most of them could be amended in the current laws. I think you strengthen and tighten the background checks to include complete access to juvenile records of violent offenders. I think you assure local court records are checked for domestic violence and civil protective orders for denials. You restrict the gun ownership to persons with who suffer from identifiable mental illnesses, like we've talked about, others have talked about tonight. This is the one commonality in all these violent acts, I think, if you look at it. Most importantly, you provide the tools, the funding, the resources necessary to law enforcement to enforce the laws that are already on the books. If you do that, that goes a long way in getting where we need to go. Most importantly, allow Marylanders the right to defend themselves. Folks, law enforcement cannot protect the individual. I can't protect my citizens. Worst of all, I guess as I close, I'll say this. I hope if you take one thing from this testimony tonight, you take this. This is a very deep, emotional issue with individuals, the right to defend their families, the right to have access to whatever firearm within reason. I don't think semi-automatic rifles are unreasonable. My worst fear as a sheriff of Frederick County is that good people may die in trying to confiscate and seize these firearms, and good people may die in trying to hold on to their firearms. That's what I'm afraid of. So whatever the outcome, I think it's in your hands tonight, and I would urge you to kill the bill. And again, I don't think it's going to have any impact at all on violent crime.